Welcome back to Cool Times Podcast. Yeah, we are talking all things cool about the cold storage construction industry.
Really? That's what we do here?
That's what we do here.
Huh.
And today,
Ew.
we have an epic show lined up with an epic person, the man, the myth, the legend. I'm sure you've seen him around at conferences and trade shows, rolling around in his Greek polo. Our boy, Steve Chick. Welcome to the show.
How's it going? Good to see you
guys.
Good,
man. Good. This is a fun one because you are so nervous for this, and man, though you don't have to be. This is fun. I think you're making me nervous. It's all good though.
Hey, we all do things outside of our comfort zone. The more we do them, the more we get comfortable with.
That's right. Well, Greek Design Build, you guys hit the scene a few years back. It has to been, man, I remember seeing you guys maybe 4 years ago now, and you guys just hit the ground running and made a huge splash in the industry, landed some huge cold storage projects, executed them so well. And, y'all are really kicking butt. So congrats to you and congrats to Greek and job well done, man.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Tell us a little bit about how you got to Greek, where you are, how your role, your position. Give our listeners a little insight.
Sure. I started at a modular bathroom company like 15 years ago. First, right out of college, I was building bathrooms. Everybody always jokes here that I was building porta potties, but they were for like hospitals and hotels. They weren't job site porta potties. But so that company went belly up, and I actually landed with Greek, who was at the time of them going bankrupt, was the landlord. Totally unrelated. I was just answering like an ad on ZipRecruiter, and that's how I landed at Greek. And I really didn't have a ton of industrial experience, really, at all. So this was all a new industry to me. And really what was my entrance into almost outside of just the standard industrial sector, but into cold storage was a guy by the name of Sean Cunningham. I'm sure you guys have met him, right? He works a lot alongside Bernie Taylor at Arcadia. And we had landed our second or third preferred freezer job at the time. And Sean was running everything preferred freezer, very much hands-on. And I was the project manager for that. Had never done cold in my life, had barely done industrial. So he took me under his wing, taught me everything, alongside our site super Ray, who had built a bunch of them. And it just spiraled from there.
That's awesome. That's some great momentum. And it sounds to me like Sean kind of took you under his wing a little.
Yeah. It taught me everything I know pretty much to date about cold storage.
So you've been in multiple industries. You've been in the bathroom industry, as shitty as it may have been.
Yeah.
I just was waiting for how long that was going to
take. I'm sorry. Had to.
I'd be a little upset if you didn't.
Right.
People would be like, wait, he didn't make a joke about that?
Nailed it. Anyways, cold storage is I always look at this industry and network as a family, and it's fun, and everyone's out to help each other out. What do you like the most about this cold storage network so far?
Oh, I mean, I think that is it, right? Like it is not about what the cheapest way to build a mousetrap is, right? And obviously cost is always important in anything that we do, but everybody from bottom to top wants a great product at the end, and everybody works together like a family, right? I've seen sprinkler guys help out the IMP guys or the steel guys whenever somebody needs help, because the end goal is what everybody wants, right? Whereas in a standard dry box, I don't see that type of work together attitude. Not that they're not friendly with each other, but they don't have each other's back like I feel like they do on a cold storage site.
Yeah, I love that about what we do in our industry. It just feels like everyone is focused on this common goal. We can all see it. We all understand the role that we play in it. And it's not just about showing up, executing that role, and leaving. It's about making sure that everyone who's connected to whatever our role is has what they need from us to help do their job well. And
Exactly.
I really do feel like it's a special part of this industry. I've worked in several other industries. I know we all have, and I haven't found that same thing, that same feeling.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. And your role with Greek, director of pre-construction, is that right?
That's it. Yep.
That's right. So my question to you is, man, I feel like you're kind of a punching bag all day because you have to literally interview and meet with so many subcontractors that you have to eventually hire and bring in on a project. And I'm assuming a lot of you can't hire all of them. And I'm assuming a lot of phone calls are heartbreak phone calls. Like, I got to break up with you. You didn't get the job type stuff. I mean, I guess, how do you deal with that in regards to vetting out subs, communicating with them? What's your approach to all that?
It's probably in the cold storage industry, it's one of the hardest parts because I do really want to, I mean, you meet all these great people out there at all these conferences and you want to give everybody a shot. But the terrible part is I also don't want to be your first, right? Like I don't want I mean, like, we laugh about it, but that's like
I love that
like I
so
don't
much.
like
Yeah. Right?
that's not the position I want to be in. That's not the position I want to put the owner in. So I want to go with someone who has the most experience, even if it costs just a little bit more, right? Obviously, if we're talking magnitudes more, it never works, but it's so tough to help others break into the industry because to me, the issues that you face in the beginning, if they're not solved and solved well, become disastrous at the end. I mean, you're talking about finding vapor leaks when you're drawing down temperature. It's not a place you want to be in. You don't want to be chipping ice off the IMP joints, right? That's not where you want to be.
That's not fun.
No, it is not. And so I got to ask too, like, when you obviously you can't give everybody the project, and you meet someone, like you said, you meet so many awesome people at these conferences, and and they're all friendly and they're all a family, and I mean, we're friends with our competition too, and you can't win them all, right? But not being someone's first, obviously you don't want to take a ginormous risk and all of a sudden have an angry owner because they show up to a dance that requires 18 people and they have 6, right?
Yep.
So schedule's an issue, but the thought process I'm asking you about right now is the value add to the owner. Do you have subs come at you with like, hey, we have this product that's out there. It is exponentially more money, but here are all the advantages. Do you get a lot of that from subs where you have to present that to the owner?
I mean, on occasion, I feel like sometimes it's the other way around, right? It's where they're trying to bring value for me to hire them, which I totally appreciate this, right? But they try to bring value with value engineering, right? With
Sure.
a less expensive product that maybe meets the specs but isn't the name brand. And so that's like there's panels out there, right, that are up and coming, right? And that's a good example that try to compete with the all weather, the metal span, right? And trying to get them into the industry is also difficult too, right? Because if the owner hasn't used them before, it's tough for them to want to go with them. I haven't necessarily seen it so much on the other end, except for maybe certain details, right? Like somebody might want to incorporate different details, not necessarily products that will make the job easier in the future to demise a different way or to make the building more vapor tight.
Sure.
That's probably more of what I've seen
Mhm.
and the little bit of ad that comes with it. And most owners are up for that, right? Like that's kind of where I distinguish the industrial market as a whole versus the cold storage market. The owners are more willing to pay a little bit of an upcharge for a better building.
Sure. Makes sense to me.
It does. So it's hard then. Like, I love the relational aspect. I love that we're all seeing that. What advice, I guess, and then this could be for both of you, for someone coming into our industry who wants to, I don't know, make their mark here, whatever, grow their business here. How do they get their foot in the door then? Like, what would be something that makes, like, maybe something from your mentor? You both have had them, that, like, a piece of advice or something like that that we could offer, because it is hard when you're starting out, right?
That's tough. I mean, Steve, you got to think about it, right? I mean, if I'm having someone call on me and they want to sell me their panels, it's going to take more than an email, phone call, text. You know, lunch is fine, sure. I always want to get to know the person I'm dealing with, right? How many jobs have you had before that? Are you going to stick around here, or are you going to, sell me this product and next year you're working for your competition, and now you're working for the product that has the best product, and the next year you're working for another competitor and they
I've
have the
heard
best
that a
product all of a
lot.
sudden. You know what I mean? So it's a never-ending story of like, oh, now this is the best product, and now that's the best product.
It wasn't until they moved there, and then it
Yeah,
became the
I
best.
know. I get that all the time. I get it all the time. And for me, Steve, I'm like, man, I just I buy from people. I rarely, like, I need the product, but I buy from people. Like, well, how are you going to service the team? How are you going to service our guys in the field?
Yeah.
How do you communicate? How do you operate? How do you work? That's how I look at a lot of that stuff. As long as your price is close, I can always make something work.
Yeah, I think you touched on something that's probably the most important, right? If somebody wants to break into the industry, I think, look, being willing to offer things like extended warranties,
Mm-hmm.
standing behind your product above and beyond what others are doing in the industry, I think does go a long way. And it's probably something that we don't talk about enough with others. But that's probably one of the best ways I could see it. It's tough though, right? Because
Yeah.
It is.
I don't know that I want to always take the chance.
Right.
And it might be on a project basis, right? Maybe I take a chance on a new roofer, but then that means I might not take a chance on anybody else, right? 'Cause
Right.
Yeah.
having one new person on the
Only
job
get one
site-
chance token
One
per
chance per
project.
one
project.
person per job. It's not great advice, but I mean, stick with it and
Right. But it's
keep
the
going
truth.
around.
Consistency
It's
too.
the truth, because you have to build the trust, right?
Mhm.
Like, that reliability is required to be able to play at the next level, I guess.
Yeah. And
Um,
the industry is all relationship, right?
yeah.
This is all relationship based
Mhm.
from start to finish.
We are. And then so when you're kind of vetting everyone out and compiling your list to hire after a project starts, Steve, what's your role now? Are you kind of like, hey, I got to get to the next job and get that going and pre-con, or are you still kind of cradle to grave in these projects in the back end and like still managing the projects from behind the scenes?
Yeah, so the answer is different on the industry, right? For a standard industrial, it's kind of what your first take at it was. I'll design it, or my team will design it, and
Mhm.
then fade into the background. Rarely will you hear from us unless there's a design change or something like
Sure.
that. Cold storage is different, right? Probably more so because of me. I have like a soft spot in my heart for it. I'm usually around a lot more. I'm way more hands-on on design for cold storage, just because I mean we always work with a very trusted designer, but that still doesn't mean that we can't get better and better each job. So I really want to challenge every detail that we have, every job to get better.
I love that.
Absolutely. So Greek design build, how many offices do you have? How many employees y'all have? And once you answer that, I'm going to ask you, what are all of Greek design build's capabilities from design standpoint, in-house or subbed out? And yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so tomorrow it might change, but right now it's just one office. Our capabilities are really rooted in our origins as a developer, right? So we Frank Greek started the company, Frank Greek Senior, no longer living, started the company 90 years ago,
Wow.
building decks in Union County. And he moved on to becoming a bigger general contractor in that like North Jersey market. When his son came back from college down in Georgia, he sent him to East Brunswick with capital from different investors to say, hey, listen, like I've been building these buildings for other people. And at this point, I think I should be owning them to a certain extent, right? He sent Frank Greek Jr., who's still very much active on the Greek development side of the company, and he's in his 80s now. And he sent him down to start our first industrial park, which was the Highview Industrial Park. Currently, pretty much the park I'm in right now. And we were focused primarily on New Jersey. As the years went on, it was still a relatively small company, only doing a couple projects every year. But I want to say the 70s and the 80s, they started to branch out just from building for the Greek family, but also for building for third parties. And that was always something we did in the background. We didn't really broadcast it. And now fast forward to virtually the time right before I joined, the company started to really expand back in like 2010, 2015, and we started hiring on more people and really starting to try to make a push to get others to understand that we will build for you. And the beauty of us is we have a developer mindset. So even though I'm building it for you, I have the mentality that you're going to be holding on to it forever. And I want to build it so that you never have problems. So it lasts you for 50 plus years. And that's over the last, so I joined in 2017. Over the last 7 years, we've been making bigger pushes to get that word out there. We kind of rebranded into our different sectors. You've got still our Greek real estate partners, which is basically the overarching parent company, the development company, and then you've got our design build sector, our accounting sector, and property management. And those are the different aspects that we do. Me personally, right? Like I'm in it or my team, right, is in it from the beginning to the end in terms of getting an owner or our Greek real estate partners coming to us and saying, hey, we found this land. Can we build something on it, right? So then we immediately get involved. We help them through the due diligence process. We help them figure out whether the land is viable. They'll close on the property. We'll help them get entitlements. We'll help them design the whole building. We'll pass it along to our construction team, all within that same Greek design build umbrella. And then we'll turn that building over. So really, I mean, there's nothing that we cannot do in that umbrella.
That's really cool. I love that part about having the developer mindset. That is such a value add, I'm sure, to your customers, your outside customers, because
Try to teach them that.
yeah,
Not everybody agrees, but
Yeah.
I
mean,
try.
I like it. It makes the most sense, right? If you think like the person who's going to own the building, like you produce a much better product. So I love that. Do you have a particular, in your time at Greek, do you have a particular project that stands out, or we always call it kind of like our cool moment, like in the cold storage arena, that either you're particularly proud of or was a particularly fun memory for you that we were like, oh yeah, this is where I'm staying?
Yeah. So in 2019 to 2020, we built this was purely third party, but 4 preferred freezer, soon to become Lineage at the time. We built a blend pharmaceutical cold storage building. And to me, I mean, cold storage already has its challenges, right? Its
Yes.
difficulties. But that's when I really got to see some really cool moments, right? Like it was a blend of 2 different industries that don't always have to talk together, but they often have similar requirements, right?
Yeah.
And it was incredible to see that. And then to top it off, now fast forward to when we had our first daughter in 2023, I got to see the benefits of what I built, right? So it was the Kedrion Biopharma facility where they housed the RhoGAM drug that they'll give like mothers when the baby might have a competing blood type. And so me and my wife have competing blood types, right? So both for our first daughter and even for our recent second daughter, she had to get the shot. So to me, like seeing what I built, knowing that it likely came from that facility, right? It came right from
Wow.
Hillsborough.
No way.
So that to me was a really beautiful moment.
Oh my
That's,
gosh. I love that story.
man, you gave me goosebumps, man. That's
Well,
cool.
it is cool because a lot of these buildings, like sometimes in construction, right, you build it and you just move on.
Hmm. Sure.
But to see how your life can be impacted by it, and again, lives around you as well. Like, I love that.
You know,
It's
Steve,
very cool.
being in the industry for over 20 years, I've walked a lot of food plants and cold storage, and it's so funny because you'll walk an aisle in these buildings and see all this food that you're like, man, I eat that. I know where that is. I buy that.
You're
Yep.
And it
usually in the ice cream freezers,
I
aren't you?
love ice cream, Steve.
You and I both.
Well, Steve, I got to ask you, ice cream aside here, what are some of the biggest challenges some of these owners face before construction would even begin?
It's understanding what the important design decisions that need to be made are and
Mhm.
actually designing those in ahead of time, at least on the cold side, right?
Sure.
Specifically. There are so many little like nuanced design elements that can make or break a job. Things that again, the industry sometimes takes for granted when you have new players coming in, even though they don't show on clearly on the drawings that you should foam pack the perimeter of the roof, right? Hold it back like an inch or two, right? And
Mhm.
and put a nice little foam froth pack there. You're gonna do it, right? Like you or the roofer is gonna do it, regardless of what the plans show. But sometimes when you get some guys in here that don't necessarily know that, and maybe the plans aren't clear or they weren't done properly, those are big problems that can happen and become costly very far down the road. So I think those are some of the challenges that new owners coming into the market, especially because you really did see up until pretty much COVID era, right? Like I hate using that as like kind of like my break in the timeline, but you saw so many people enter the market in between that like 2019 to 2021 timeframe, right? Where prior to that, it was mostly build to suits. No one was doing specs. Any of the build to suits were by people that pretty much knew what they were building and how they wanted to build it. They had their rubric of exactly what needed to get done. Then you fast forward, right? You've got the early 2020s and you've got new people coming in, people from out of state coming into New Jersey, people from New Jersey going out of state, and they're building in different climates and building buildings in ways that probably would make the people from pre 2019 cringe, like they're making decisions that are just not industry standard. And I think the reality is they're learning lessons, right?
Yeah.
Like the people that have done that are learning the lessons of the mistakes they made early on. And I think they're now 6 years later, right? I think we're seeing some of the problems and I think the industry's catching up. But that's one of the things I saw such an influx of people that didn't have experience come in, do this. I was on the sidelines, right? Because my cold experience was with preferred freezer only. We didn't build for anybody else. So I hate to put John on a pedestal, but he knew how to build a damn good building.
Yeah.
And it was stainless steel refrigeration piping everywhere.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was like all of the best joints, armor joint outside
Sure.
the freezer to prevent ice buildup right at the freezer door. And it's because he learned those lessons, right? Like in the
Yes.
early 2010s or 2000s, right? He was making those mistakes.
Hmm.
And so he had corrected that. And I got the benefit of learning from his past mistakes.
Yep.
Mm.
And that's where I think the industry is starting to relearn some of those problems.
Sure. Now, which John is it? Aren't there
John
two Johns?
Gallagher.
Yeah, John. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And there's another John there, right? There's two. I know there's two, but
Probably. There probably was. I mean, the guys that I dealt with for the most part were the trio of John Gallagher, Bernie Taylor, and
yeah.
Sean Cunningham.
This episode is brought to you by Iceberg Mechanical, a nationwide leader in commercial and industrial refrigeration solutions.
From design and installation to service and maintenance, Iceberg Mechanical delivers reliable, energy-efficient systems for cold storage facilities coast to coast.
Iceberg Mechanical, keeping it cool every step of the way. This episode is brought to you by Applied Fabricators, or AFAB as we like to call them.
Need a partner that's rapid, responsive, and reliable? Applied Fabricators delivers top-tier metal solutions with speed and precision, so you can stay on schedule without the stress.
Their expert team tackles the toughest projects, ensuring quality and efficiency every step of the way. So go grab a beer. AFAB has it from here. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because, like you said, the new generation of contractors coming in and out, or design builders coming in and out and doing their thing, or just getting into the space. It was wild because I had a lot of people come to me and like, what do you know about Greek? Who are these guys? Where'd they come from? It's like, do they have experience? Like, actually, they do have experience. They've built these preferred freezers, and like, yes, they do. And like, right. So you don't know until you know, right? And it's a small world, let me tell you.
Yeah, working for Preferred Freezer was interesting because if you worked for anybody else, you were blacklisted.
Mm-hmm.
So John really wanted to keep all his secrets like under lock and key. Again, he built a really good building. He didn't want others to build that same building. So it was, you build for me, you build for no one else. You want to build for others, you don't build for me.
No.
So for the longest time, I mean, I didn't even know what CEBA was, right? Like the first time I went was like 2021, 2022, one of those years when John had sold to Lineage. And then I was like, oh, there's a place where other people that build these buildings, they congregate together. They talk about ideas.
We have a club.
It's a club. I feel like I'm a part of a club now.
You are. You're in, man. It's all good. No, it's cool. Let's talk CEBA for a minute, man. Y'all entered the Built by the Best. Was that last year?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
We entered it for 2. We only got 1.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
But that's cool. Congratulations.
Yeah,
being a finalist and Built by the Best is a big deal.
Being a finalist is a huge deal. That is not an easy, that's not an easy trophy to put on your mantle. Being a finalist is a big deal.
It was great. It was great to talk about our project and share our experience with everybody else. It was a great feeling.
You want to talk about that project?
Sure. It was an addition. So to me, it was, you've got your 3 different types, right? That all have their different challenges. You have straight ground up, which is actually probably the simplest of all of them. You give me a choice, I'll pick ground up any day. It's like
clean
it's like
piece
the
of paper.
simplest but then you've got the addition, which you're just, especially when they're trying to operate out of a portion of it, and you're like slap it on a freezer addition. It was tight up against the property line. We were right up against the airport. So we had challenges, got it done beautifully. I mean, I can't even take any credit really. It was all about our field staff, right? We had an incredible superintendent out there, Ken, who was able to juggle everybody around such a tight site. And that's really what made the job a success. And then you've got your box and box, which to me is just sometimes just like a big old mess. It's like if anybody, I mean, I'll build them for everybody. They have their place in the world.
Yep.
But especially when somebody's trying to operate, these box and boxes can sometimes just be a challenge, take longer than everybody expects, and to a certain extent, sometimes make people wonder, should I've gone ground up and just found like a vacant land.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So you guys were finalists. What was the name of that project?
I was the Ocean Kingdom project on Island Ave.
Very
Philly.
cool. how can I send listeners to find more out about that project and read up on your accomplishment there?
Yeah, so that's a great question.
Is
I
it on your
don't
website
know.
yet?
I would imagine it's probably on our website
Yeah.
under our completed projects. We very much I was proud of that. It was built for a company that was similar like us. It was a family-owned operation, just trying to get out from having renting pallet positions at one of the big guys and wanted to build their own small space for them to house their own product.
Yeah.
So it really made me proud to build that one more so than a lot of the other cold storage buildings that I've built in the past. And so our website's likely the best place to find information for that, or even the CEBA finalist website.
Awesome.
Very cool. And we'll see you at CEBA again in November.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Love it.
So Greek, if I'm gonna make you put a sales hat on now. All right.
Do it.
If I'm ABC Cold Storage and I'm trying to build a new cold storage building and I meet with you, Steve, and I'm going to ask you one question. Why should I buy from you?
I mean, you don't have to.
See you later. Man, I want some of that wants it, man.
No, it's I mean, listen, I think what sets us apart from everybody else is the mindset that we are partners with you, right? I don't want to build your building and then never hear from you again. My intent is to convince you that I will build every one of your buildings and I will be around for as long as you need me to, building them and continuously getting better together, building the designs better, following the industry, and getting you the best product every time. Aside from that, I mean, like I said, it's relationship based.
Yeah.
So that's why I made the joke beginning, you don't have to hire me, because a lot of the times it comes down to not necessarily that pitch. It comes down to, well, I knew this guy, I used him in the past. And to that, I get it. I understand.
Sure.
It's tough to go with someone new. But with us, I can guarantee that they will always be happy.
I love that.
Sold.
Guarantee.
It's funny you said that. You literally said what we said 30 minutes ago about, hey, are you going to be around for the long run, right? It's not a fly by night, food truck here that's never going to show up to the same parking spot again. And you want that really good burger. It's lunchtime. I'm hungry. So
I hear you.
But no, I mean, it's literally, you said it. You're like, hey, I'm your partner. I'm going to be here and I want to build your next one and your next one and help along the way forever. Right. And this is your home, right? I mean, this is what you're doing and you can count on me to be here for you next year and the year after that.
I mean, the other thing is, right, like, been around for 90 years, not going anywhere.
Exactly.
Right? Frank Greek's son, David Greek, who's my age, is currently running the company, and he has no intents of really changing the way we do things. The way Frank has always looked at it is, we're not like other guys who build multifamily too. They like supplement it with residential and stuff like that, or mixed use retail. We solely focus on industrial manufacturing, pharmaceutical, cold storage, right? That blanket. And we've done it really, really well. And we have no intent of really doing anything different than that, right? We obviously want to keep doing those projects, do those different, right? But in terms of actually, you're not going to talk to me in 10 years and find out, yeah, I gave up on industrial. I'm building single family residential homes.
That's too good.
No, but I love that because you built your expertise, and that is a big value add. Like, this is what we do.
That's right.
This is where we stay. This is what we know, what we grow in. And I mean, that's when you want someone who's going to do it right, they'll call you.
That's right. And our director of, the Cool Times podcast, Quinlan, put together a nice little fun personal notes facts about you, Steve. And I didn't realize you're a cross country and track star.
I would not. I would put star in quotes. But
Former
yes,
former college athlete, and you ran in
I
college.
ran in high school and college. Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
That's impressive.
Hey, you want to race?
I don't run unless people
I
are
mean, I
chasing
do
me.
it anytime. I mean,
Do you still
I don't
run?
know how well I do now,
Do you
but
still run?
I so up until about 4 months ago when we had our second daughter,
Yep.
yes, and then I've not hit the pavement
You
since.
guys are a little busy now.
And you're a little
A
busy.
little busy.
Congrats on that, by the way. And how many kiddos do you have now?
Two.
Two?
Yeah.
Very cool. And how old are they?
So the one is 2 years, 9 months, and the youngest one is now a little over 3 months.
Yeah, you guys have your hands full.
We do. I mean, listen, my
in
my
the
wife
best
is
way.
a superstar. I don't. I just go where I'm needed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Wife, what do you
That
need me
works
to
for
do?
now.
Yeah. Right on.
I
And you,
love it.
do you have two girls?
We
Mhm.
do, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
You got your hands full, my friend.
Steve,
Probably.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's right.
Before we get to Vince's favorite part of the show, tell our listeners if they want to find out more about what Greek is doing, where can they find that information? Your website? Are you on the socials? Where can people go to find y'all and connect with y'all?
Yeah, I mean, we have an incredible marketing. I want to say team, but it's really Jenna is like our incredible marketing head. So you can go to any one of those places, and she is constantly putting out information about us, our website, LinkedIn, Instagram, any of those spots. You'll be able to see everything that's going on.
Awesome.
And that's where you're going to find this podcast, probably. She's going to chew this
I
up.
hope so.
Let's go.
Unless she looks at it and she goes, Steve did a terrible job.
Yeah.
Oh,
What are we
no.
doing here?
Sorry, guys. We can't use that.
No, it's all good. And it's all good. Well, real quick, I mean, you have a passion for innovation, and let's talk innovation. Last major hardball question for cold storage is innovation. What have you seen the biggest innovation in cold storage these past 5 years?
I mean, this had started a little bit before 5 years, but it really hasn't taken off. It's your rack supported buildings, right? Your ASRS buildings is a huge innovation. The interesting one about that is I feel like a lot of companies jumped into it because it was such an incredible innovation. And I do feel like some of them are, I don't want to say regretting having done it, but I do think as incredible as it also is very rigid. So it makes future adaptability very difficult.
Sure.
And so I do think if they haven't started to notice it yet, they are going to start to in the next 5 to 10 years to see that they can't adapt to the changing market as much because they have such a rigid product. But aside from that, it is an incredible advancement in the way we build cold storage.
Indeed. In the next 5 years now, looking out 5 years, what's the next innovation that you feel or see coming?
I don't think anybody's ever asked me that question.
I know. Coming in hot.
Yeah, I mean, personally, what I would like is to see more innovations on the refrigerant side. And I think that's not just on the refrigeration contractors and designers specifically. I also think on the regulation side, right? You've got ammonia, which is an incredible product. It's got its negative side effects, right? But for the most part, it's net positive, right? It's much better than efficiency wise, right? Even if we put like the global warming potential stuff out, right? Like look, efficiency wise, it's way better than your standard freons, in my mind, way better than CO2. So having states like New Jersey is a great example where they don't allow ammonia without like gold seal technicians, right, continuously on staff, which then prices out ammonia. I think seeing them change regulations to allow for that is going to be a huge innovation in certain markets. But I do also think that the refrigeration design, I mean, it's the blood of the facility. That's where if we're going to see incredible advancements, I would hope that we see it there. Possibly with, I hate to use the term that everybody throws around, but like AI, right? Like trying to get feedback from what's there, the data that they're already getting, but better utilize that data to make fluid flows more efficient. The systems just work effortlessly.
100%. Absolutely. That's a great answer.
Mhm.
No, I mean, refrigeration's huge. I mean, there's so many different types of refrigeration, and we're friends with a lot of them. So I don't want to sit here and give you my opinion. I have one. I can give you one offline, but I think they're all great in their own silo, if you will. But outside of that, yeah, AI is going to be big. We just had a guest on. We were talking a lot about AI and what it's going to do for our industry. So it's just scratching the surface on that, let me tell you. So,
Sure.
yeah, absolutely. Man, you're fantastic, and we appreciate you being on the show. I'm not going to let you off the hook this easy. I'm going to harass you with some questions, this or that questions. We're going to get to know more about the track star Steve Chick from Greek, okay? And then later on, maybe at CEBA, we'll do like a 40-yard dash competition, you and I, to raise money for charity.
Oh, that's like a 10K or a marathon. I'd be down.
No, 40 yards is all you're going to get out of me. I skate, man. I don't run, but
He
I'd be
doesn't run.
but I'd be happy to do that with you and donate some money. Oh man, too fun. Well, first off, we got to give a shout out, Steve, to all of our sponsors for this show. They are such phenomenal supporters, and we love them, and we love our guests more. All of our guests, all of our listeners.
Mhm.
Man, you can hear us on YouTube. You can watch us on YouTube. Did you know that? Do you ever watch us on YouTube, Steve?
I have
Yeah.
seen you guys.
Yeah. You can listen on Apple Podcasts,
Yes.
Spotify.
Yes. Find us on the socials.
It's fantastic. We love you all, and
Yeah.
and because of your support and liking and sharing and subscribing, we have now reached a large audience of cold storage listeners of roughly 3,000 people in our industry every episode. So thank you for that, you guys. It's been 5 years now.
Yeah.
Season 5. So
Fast.
goes fast. But all that being said, you ready for this? He's ready. You look at him. He's ready.
I don't even know what we're doing, but let's do it.
We're going to do this or that questions. I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh
You gotta
yeah.
pick
All
this
right,
or
let's
that.
do it.
This is what we're doing. All right. Pre-construction meeting at 7 a.m. or a client dinner at 7 p.m.
Oh, 7 p.m. I'm not. I wake up early, but I don't like talking to people early.
Fair.
Phone call or text message?
I'm a phone call person.
You want to teach a construction class or mentor somebody one-on-one?
Oh, I'm a mentor one-on-one person.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
A beach vacation or a mountain getaway vacation?
Mountain getaway.
Ooh, summertime or wintertime?
Both really terrible time. Can we do fall? God.
Right.
Fall or spring.
Probably guess summer. Winter's.
I didn't know if you like fly fishing in the mountains or skiing in the mountains, or I didn't know you were a fall guy.
Oh yeah, I'm not a skier. I'm not a skier.
Gotcha. No worries. Early bird or a late night grinder?
Early bird, if I can be.
When you do a Teams call, camera on or camera off?
I wait to see what everybody else
Yeah.
does.
Oh,
And then I only
yes.
turn it on if I have to.
Right?
We do too.
We just talked about that. Yeah. We wait to see what everyone else does, right? That's right. You like blueprints on paper or do you like everything digital now?
I feel like I've just gotten used to digital. I'm pretty fluid in digital, so I lean into the skid.
That's right. Project kickoff meeting or a project closeout celebration?
Oh, kickoff. There's just so much beautiful things that have yet to happen that could happen. You just I don't know, it's so exciting.
It's exciting before it all comes crashing.
I feel like by the time closeout comes, everybody's like, I just want to go home.
Yeah. No, you're so right. You're so right.
My retainage, I'm leaving. That's right. Oh, it's too fun. All right. This one's an open-ended question. Answer it any way you want. If you could give a TED Talk on any topic at all, what would it be about?
I mean, probably what I've lived for the last 6 years, which has been like project approvals and like local and state entitlements. I feel like that's like what I've like lived the most.
Yeah.
And like industrial design standards. That's probably not, I mean, I would get enjoyment out of it, but it's not necessarily what I would enjoy the most, but it's what I'd probably be the only qualified, like,
Be
it's the
good
only
at.
thing anybody would want to
Be
hear
real
me
good
talk
at
about.
it.
Right? I'm gonna start
Okay.
calling you Professor Steve, the teacher. All right, Justin Timberlake or Justin Bieber?
I mean, I would have to say Timberlake because of my age. I don't really know a song that Justin Bieber has. So
Fair.
I don't
I
think I
love
could.
that. I love that. I had to give that one back. That was like the original.
haven't used
That was
that
it.
one in
I haven't
a
used it in a
while.
while. All right. Last but not least, Landman or Yellowstone?
Are those shows?
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, they're
Yes.
big shows. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
Landman and Yellowstone.
sorry.
You're
I only
good.
knew
You
that
knew
because
the
I knew
Justin
Yellowstone was a
That's
show.
Justin
Hey,
Timberlake
we're-
and Justin Bieber
We're gonna
one.
go
You
to
knew
this.
that.
We're gonna go to this one. Greatest sing along song of all time. Don't Stop Believing or Friends in Low Places.
Oh, Don't Stop Believing.
There you go.
Okay.
I mean,
Bars
it's like a
closing.
staple. Everybody
Oh,
hates it, but everybody loves it at the same time. Like
You
it comes
you
on
can
and
hate it
I
so
know.
much, but you're still singing along with it
exactly.
That's right.
every
You know
time.
it. You know it.
Thank you so much.
Man, thank you. Dude, you're a pleasure. You're phenomenal. Congrats to all your success, both you personally and Greek Construction. Keep killing it. Man, thank you so much for being on the show.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. Thanks.
All right. And until next time, you guys, thank you.